Hello, my name is Jonah Murray, and the nonprofit organization I volunteered at this semester for my service component was Red River Valley Museum. For the history of the museum, for the history of the museum, the first life began in 1963 when the museum housed the J. Henry and Ethel Ray artifacts collection in an unused cloakroom of the county auditorium. There were actually no scripts for the beginning of the organization's life. This continued until 1976, when an old hospital was donated, a director was hired, and the collections expanded. In late 1985, William Vaughn donated his collection of 130 record holding wild game trophy mounts that he had gathered from various locations around the globe. A 15,000 square foot modern regional museum was built adjacent to the Vernon College campus. By late 1987, the board of directors resolved to move the museum into a more professional stance. At this time, there was no registration of objects, no educational endowment or no educational outreach program, and no endowment fund. From 1988 until the present, the museum had redesigned all exhibition halls, refined all exhibits, and instituted outreach educational programs and an endowment fund. The programs include free school field trips, which help further kids' education about the history around them. And we have the annual and youth art shows. These events help artists get recognized and potentially boost their names and careers. The Kids Art Show allows to show off their creativity and promote children to develop skills and hobbies. The Junior Docent Program. This is a program in which children can provide actual tours of the museum. And programs like these can help get children less afraid of public speaking. The summer art camps provide children with the opportunity to advance their artistic creation and sorry. The summer art camps provide children with the opportunity to advance their artistic creation. And the Easter Lunchbox, which is a museum fundraiser, but also enables Red River Valley Museum to give back to their communities, as well as draw people to the museum. The mission and vision statement of the organization is provided as to preserve, protect, and present the history and exhibits entrusted to the Red River Valley Museum in an entertaining and educational manner. I strongly feel that they are actually doing a great job of living up to their mission, for the museum effectively functions as an educational tool and as an entertainment medium for visitors. I went through a tour with Cooper on my first visit, and I must say there was that it was a lot more entertaining than I anticipated a museum in a tiny town would be. According to the Standards for Excellence program evaluation, the nonprofit is fulfilling its mission because it preserves and protects the history of the museum and its exhibits and presents them in an educating and entertaining way. For the board member evaluation, all of the board members are committed and understand their roles within the organization, and all the board members are committed to the mission and nonprofit. Red River Valley Museum follows all of the legal requirements. Their tax documents are available on their website, and they have every needed tax document filled out, such as the Form 990. The nonprofit also keeps detailed records of income, expenses, and assets, as well as having multiple people take care of the financials for the organization. And the only recommendation I could come up with was starting traveling tours for rural areas that don't have museums in their towns. This would help further the education of people about the history around them. The museum could bring out artifacts, show them off, and explain the history behind said artifacts. There are a lot of Native American artifacts and stories within the museum. These items could be used to create an immersive experience with the audience. I also think that themed traveling art exhibitions would be an interesting idea. The exhibitions could be themed, like Impressionism, Modernism, or Surrealism, just to give a few examples. Or the themes could be related to the topics, such as pop culture or even historical time periods. Thank you for listening to my presentation and have a wonderful summer. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm a little under the weather.